Hi there guys, super simple one button looper, pretty much a standard configuration at this point. You hit the start button, you're recording, you hit it again, you're playing back, you hit it again, you're overdubbing, and one more time you're playing back both. This is going to get like Boris in GoldenEye in a minute with a... If you hold the button down whilst it's playing back, you will erase the last thing that you did, which is incredibly useful if you mess up. Double tap is a stop, and then if you hold it down whilst it's stopped, it will erase the whole pattern. The bank switch is the thing that sets this apart from the previous iteration of the Sonicake looper. Basically, it's memory allocation. So if you've recorded something in bank 1, for instance, and it's the best loop that's ever been looped in the history of looping, and you want to preserve it for all time, you simply flick to the other bank, and then you've got a clean slate. So it's kind of like having 3 loopers back to back. If you're wondering, because it was literally the first thing I tried, you can't use it in a performance sense. So you wouldn't be able to use it to go from like a verse to a chorus, because as it's running, if you flick between the different banks, it will stop the loop and you'd have to restart it, and there's no way of doing it in a rhythmical way. You can then transfer your masterpiece, whatever you recorded in bank 1, via USB to a computer. One nice thing is you don't have to have the power plugged in for the computer to recognize it as a USB stick. It'll just bust power for that, which is quite handy. The other way you can use this feature is the reverse of that, and it's what I did in the opening jam right there. So you can make something like a drum pattern, load it into the unit, and then loop over it, and the two will stay in sync. Now, anyone that's ever tried looping over maybe a drum machine or a WAV MP3 playback will know that over time the things will drift apart, and it doesn't matter how accurate you are about hitting the start button, they will drift. Obviously, having it tied together in the box, it's going to be tied together for all eternity, so you can just play over it until you're bored, or, I don't know, the audience kill you, one of the two. Probably the latter, I would imagine. Once you've made your drum loop, you simply export it. Make sure that it's 44.1, 24-bit, 32 integer, a WAV, and a mono mix. Alternatively, you can use the free conversion software that you can find on the Sonicake website. Head on over to the Sonic Dub product page, and then scroll down to the bottom. You'll find links for both Mac and PC. After that, you can simply drag and drop to one of the 3 folders on the Sonic Dub once you've plugged it in via USB. Make sure the file is called Looper. You cannot exceed the length of the original drum file with the overdub, so if you wish to record 12 bars or something, remember to put down 12 bars of drums. Thank you to Sonicake for sending this over. Really appreciate it, guys. I will obviously hit the promotion button since they've sent me a unit. And hope you guys dug the video. If you did, maybe hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.